$2,400 extra for Social Security and SSI recipients. If you are a Social Security and SSI recipient, watch this video till then. We have got some very important update, all the latest details. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about $2,400 to the Social Security boost, which has been proposed by Senator Bernie Sanders in order to provide permanent increase to the annual Social Security benefit for millions and millions of beneficiaries. And small handful of Democratic senators proposed $200 monthly raise for 73 years. Well, this is within the Social Security Expansion Act. And you know what? It's all across the board as per they are mentioned. So basically, across the board benefit increase is proposed in the Social Security Expansion Act. And guys, also it involves raising the payroll taxes and raising the amount of the Social Security taxes paid into the Social Security. So this new proposal is exciting for few reasons. First, it provides $200 per month raise all across the board benefit increase for SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, RRB, people on Social Security, fixed income, low income, basically all across the board benefit increase. This proposal are saying 73-year proposal, basically these changes will be likely going to happen if it's passed for 73 years. So that's a very crucial one. Now honestly guys, 73-year for a proposal, that's a too long time from now, and it means that raise will be around for a quite some time. Now guys, as you may know, Social Security can't just come out and basically say that we are going to give raise to all the people, everybody. As per the reports from board of trustees, they will give us an insight into the trust fund and where it currently stands. Now this report is very important in terms of how the benefits will be allocated, and they will tell us how much money is coming into the Social Security through the payroll taxes, how much is going out in terms of benefits for all the Social Security beneficiaries, insolvency date of the Social Security. As for this year report, we'll be able to see if that date has shifted few years moving forward, or if it gets moved closer to the present time. Then you know what guys, in that scenario, it's very likely that lawmakers will consider making changes to the current Social Security reform. And you know what, it's very important to keep eye on to the report, what kind of a result that it will give, and it will give you a better idea what to expect in the Social Security reform. One way or another, Congress will have to act on this issue sooner than later, because you know what, the time constraints are tight as of right now. And despite the rumors, Social Security is not going away anywhere guys, so don't worry about it. Congress will have to find a potential way to reform the Social Security in one way or another. When time constraints are there, you know what, lawmakers will be looking for the solutions, bills that could provide the best outcome for all the beneficiaries. And this could include raising the benefits to make more equitable, adjusting the cost of living adjustment, how the COLA will be calculated each year. So instead of utilizing CPIW, they might be utilizing CPIE to better accommodate. One way or another, no matter whatever happens, it's very important that new Congress and whosoever in the White House, it's very important to keep best interest in the American people and Social Security benefits in mind. And it's essential that they make sure that they are providing the best solution for a large group of beneficiaries, because as you may know, the Social Security is the key source of the income for many individuals, many Americans, especially those in the retirement, people with disability, SSI, SSDI, Social Security rely on their Social Security benefits as their key source of income. However guys, with the new Congress in place, when it comes down to the Social Security, Congress has power to make changes, and this could mean changes to how the program is calculating COLA each year, even though it's unlikely that Congress will make any sort of a drastic change into the Social Security that will affect millions and millions of beneficiaries. Now, definitely the Social Security Expansion Act is not alone. We have seen tons of bills, lot of bills, proposals, packages, and ideas coming out of the lawmakers. But guys, unfortunately, most of them don't even make it through. Doesn't necessarily mean that this will be the same case with the Social Security Expansion Act, but we need to take in account that guys, the new Congress is in place right now. Now, granted, entire Congress isn't new, but you know what? There are tons of people, tons of new faces right here into the Congress, new lawmakers in the House and Senate, and this means that there are new ideas, new beliefs, new agenda, new items. There are new priorities when it comes down to the implementation. You know what? they might cherry pick certain piece of legislation from Social Security Expansion Act. They might amend, they might remove some piece of legislation. You know what? For example, they might agree on $200 per month benefit increase as proposed by President Joe Biden, because no older adult or people with disabilities have to live in poverty. However, guys, since Republicans don't want to raise the taxes, so speaking of the payroll taxes, how the tax will be raised, this would force Congress to come up with other ways to make sure that programs stay solvent and promises to the benefits will be paid out. When new president comes into office, first 100 days, they are kind of a low hanging fruit. They make certain decisions, easiest decision first. And you know what? When it comes down to the reforming Social Security, any kind of a fixed income benefits, it's not a low hanging fruit. It's a complex decision. Now, as you may know, Social Security benefits do come from a payroll tax or FICA tax that goes into the trust fund, Social Security Trust Fund. Now, this money is used for people receiving Social Security benefits. On other hand, speaking of the Supplemental Security Income benefits, SSI benefits come from a general fund. This means that Congress could potentially make cuts to the SSI since it's not the same funding as Social Security. Now, guys, before we deep dive into all the important details, I wanted to be very clear on this, very absolutely clear on this. I'm not saying that the cuts to the SSI will be definitely happening, but you know what? Politicians are currently focused on a general fund, but they are not making cuts to the Social Security or Medicare program right now. I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of the money for SSI, from where it is coming from, and you should know that SSI money it's coming from a different place than the money for the Social Security benefits. Now, guys, speaking of the Social Security reform and what we could expect to see in the upcoming months. Now, we have heard about the comments that made mention of the Social Security income, and it's true that it's a part of a Social Security, but you know what? It doesn't come from the same bank. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders has proposed plan for $200 per month raise for the Social Security or $2,400 a year for Social Security recipient, but this Social Security Expansion Act is still in works. And on the other hand, we have Senator King, Senator Cassidy, who want to invest in the Social Security to help offset the deficit. Now, speaking of Senator King and Senator Cassidy's plan, you know what? It's kind of the plan is a little bit uncertain as it involves investment, and you know what, it will take some time before we see any sort of a result from that. At the moment, there is no concrete plan for the Social Security reform, but the fact that we have senator talking about this is a positive sign, and we need to make sure that plan is finally chosen is the best one for the Social Security system. And that's the reason I'm making this very important update, because you know what, we all have to keep our eyes on news, what's happening in the next few months, because next couple of months gonna be very important one. Speaking of the Social Security reform, we have seen two bills introduced, one by the House and one from the Senator Cassidy, which they are going to likely introduce very soon. It's important to stay informed about the progress of these bills and take action if we don't agree with the details. Now, here's the thing, guys. Senator Cassidy has indicated that if reform is successful, there may be some extra money that could be used to provide a raise for those who are already receiving Social Security. Senator Cassidy also noted that those currently receiving Social Security will not be affected by the reform. However, guys, those who are younger, that may see some sort of a cuts in the future up to 30 years from now. So this is kind of a bad news for at least specific group of recipient. But as of right now, he also noted that those who are currently receiving the Social Security will not affected by their reform. So that's a great news. And therefore, guys, it's very important to pay attention to this new reform. If you wait until after the bill is put together, and you know what, once they passed it, move through the Congress, it will be too late to make any sort of a changes. So if you don't agree with the details, right now is the time. I urge you to make your opinions heard now. Do let me know what do you think about this new reform. Ultimately, guys, it comes down to the new Congress, all the potential changes that they are going to make. Social Security system is gonna going to change in the upcoming years, that's for sure. And that's the reason I'm going to keep my close attention, close eye onto all the latest latest details, and it's very important to see what kind of a reform are we going to see moving forward. Currently, we haven't gotten a good glimpse of what is the real priorities of this new Congress, new lawmakers yet, because you know what, it's still too early in their term. It will be several months down the road, even a year, before we get any sort of a clear picture what they really want to implement, what they really want to do. In fact, it's a very long process going through the legislation, amendments, all the debate, and it's not something that can be done in a week. It's definitely gonna take several months, if not longer, to negotiate, debate, and procedures. While this reform is still in very much works, it's not something that we should expect to see in the near future. We'll need to continue watching and be patient about the indication what kind of reforms we'll actually see moving forward. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. So make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't did already. Make sure to check out other videos and do subscribe, do share this video, like this video with your friends so you can stay updated on what's really happening. So make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar. This is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.